Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? I hope everyone is doing well and that you all enjoyed the holiday festivities with your friends, family members, and loved ones. I conducted a poll in the community section a few days ago asking which topic you guys wanted me to focus on next, and the majority of you stated you wanted me to do the pick a card readings for the Pluto and Aquarius cycle or season, which will last about 20 years. Now, Pluto is a planet of transformation and change. So whichever house that Pluto is in, or whatever planets that Pluto's aspecting, especially in a dissonant aspect, which is a square or opposition or even a conjunction, you can expect drastic changes in this area of your life. I posted a brief astrological summary of the Pluto and Aquarius transit on this channel a few days ago. The link will be in the comment section along with the timestamps for these card selections. Okay, so we have group A here, group B here, and group C here. Please take a moment to choose the group that resonates with you the most, and then I'll proceed with the reading. Okay, group A, thank you for your cooperation and your participation in this experience. We will see what the cards have to say. I have not seen the cards yet, so we're looking at this together at the same time. Okay, all right, first cards that are going to come out are going to be the Tower and the Two of Swords. Okay, just give me a minute to get this oriented. Interesting. Well, I did mention that Pluto's influence is highly disruptive. It's one of the malefics that basically initiates a lot of changes that are long overdue. These are long overdue changes. Okay, so some of you guys may have been avoiding making a decision about a relationship or career or your health. So we go from the Tower to the Two of Swords. Now, because you waited so long to make a decision, you have to choose between two very difficult choices. The Two of Swords represents like a catch-22 situation where a loss is to be expected. So either choice you make is going to require some sort of sacrifice or release or ending in some way. Okay, so either you're going to initiate the Tower or it's going to be initiated for you. Now in this deck, the Tower does not look like, a building falling apart or being demolished. It's actually someone being caught in their ivory tower. This is like someone who is hiding out. They are hiding from the world. They are living in a bubble. This person could have like Neptune on the ascendant, Neptune square the ascendant, Neptune aspecting Venus. Like this person refuses to see reality, or they're so attached to their ego identity, which is their relationship or their money or their career or lifestyle, that they don't know that this tower is now becoming a prison. And because it's becoming a prison, you're not able to grow or evolve in some way. And if you're like dependent on someone for something or codependent, this tower is going to feel like a prison. It's almost like if your identity is attached to a marriage or relationship, right? But the relationship is kind of toxic, but you don't care because it's secure, right? Your bills are paid. As an example, because this could be like for Pluto in the 7th house or Pluto in the 8th house, Pluto in the 5th potentially. But suppose you have Pluto in the 7th house, 8th house, something like that. And you've been married for quite a while, but the marriage is not really happy. There's something about it that's toxic or dysfunctional or that limits your ability to grow and evolve. And instead of releasing it, you kind of hunker down because it gives you security, a false sense of security. At some point, something's going to happen to force you to make a very difficult decision, Two of Swords, to either walk away from this situation that is like really toxic, or if you're going to stay, it's going to cost you. It's going to be expensive to stay. This is like staying in a marriage for too long, and now you have to pay more alimony and child support. Or for example, suppose you're working at a job and you've been at this job for 15 years and you know that this job isn't like, it's not utilizing all your skills and you can do better. But because of your insecurity, you're going to stay here until, you know, I guess the job goes out of business. Like your company goes out of business and now you have to leave anyway. So either you can stay at this job and not get paid what you deserve to get paid and be underutilized, overworked, undercompensated, or you can walk away and start a new career path. But a tower, what was once your security becomes a prison, and now in order to get out of that prison, you have to make a very tough decision and make a sacrifice in some area of your life. I don't know exactly where, depends on where you have Pluto transiting into, but this is like Uranus energy, Uranus and Taurus, right? Uranus is currently in Taurus, and Taurus represents earth, stability, foundations. And Uranus is also the co-ruler of Aquarius. So we have like Aquarian energy popping up here, also Libra energy popping up here. You guys could be an Aquarius, someone rising sign. It could be a Scorpio. Fixed signs could be here. You guys could be stubbornly holding on to an old paradigm that is preventing you from aligning with your life purpose, from evolving, from becoming independent, from developing your own identity. We shall see. Okay. Now we have potential. Think big for your future. Yeah, this situation is limiting your potential, but it's secure. So, you know, this is almost like a stay-at-home wife, right? As an example, who once had a career, but she got married to a rich man who said, I want a stay-at-home wife. And while she sacrificed her career for him, he didn't really do much sacrificing for her. So he was still out here in the streets running around, but now you're dependent on him financially, you know, so you don't want to leave because you're afraid of not having any resources because you sacrificed your career, your identity for this person. So it may come to a point where the relationship becomes so restrictive, so depressing, that it affects your mood or your mentality or your mental health or your health in general. And then you'll have to walk away from it because it's limiting your potential in some way. Or a job situation. I just mentioned like you not living up to your potential in the workplace. Perhaps like, for example, and this is not to look down on anybody with any kind of profession. Suppose you have a degree in like physics, something like that, but you're working as a cashier or you're working as a UPS driver. You're not, you're working there out of necessity. Bills have to get paid, but you don't have to stay there for 15, 16 years. You can actually do better for yourself or do more for yourself. You can create an opportunity for yourself or go somewhere where you're able to utilize your talents and your gifts and your abilities and your experience and your knowledge and your intellect in a way that helps you to reach your full potential, that helps you to create. This is like creative energy as well. Could be fifth house energy, Leo, Pluto in the fifth house, or you guys could have a Leo ascendant. Potential is like, could be 12th house too, because the 12th house has a lot of potential. But this is like believing in yourself enough to cultivate that potential. So the potential's there, but you're locked into an ivory tower of like a false sense of security because of you're insecure with the Two of Swords. You know that in order for you to reach your potential, you have to make a sacrifice, and you don't want to make that sacrifice. You're afraid of doing it. You're afraid of stepping on your own. You may be afraid of losing money or losing status or not having money or something, losing a relationship or whatever. You're afraid of, it's like whatever you're holding on to is giving you an excuse to not do what you're supposed to do or not do what you know you should be doing to fulfill your purpose in life. So some of you guys could be really depressed at this point, but you're deluding yourself with a false sense of security, either to a job or relationship or family dynamic or I don't know, something where you feel like this external thing is what is validating your ego identity. But in order for you to reach your full potential, you have to make a hard decision and walk away. The 2 of air, this is kind of like a square in astrology. So this could be a Pluto square Venus, a Saturn square Venus, Pluto square Mercury, Pluto in the 10th house, Pluto in the 6th, Pluto in the 2nd house. That would make you like Pluto in the 2nd house would be a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Pluto in the 6th is a Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. And Pluto in the 10th house is a Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. And the Tower does represent Scorpio energy, but also Aquarian energy. It's like Uranus and Scorpio. So you're like living with a false sense of security that's become a prison. You're going to take the Tower down by yourself. Whatever you're going through right now, whatever you're using as a sense of security is going to become unbearable to the point where you're going to take down the Tower by yourself, or you're going to walk down these stairs. You're going to walk down these stairs, walk out of this marriage. You're going to leave this job, or just walk away from a situation that is very limiting to your growth. Okay. Let's see what else is going on here with the collective for group A. The 6 of Pentacles and the 5 of, the 6 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. I'm going to say this. The 5 of Pentacles is a poverty mindset. But the 5 of Pentacles and the 6 is they're up right here, which is good, right? This means that progress is being made. There's potential here. There's a potential to learn, a potential to move forward or elevate. So instead of going from the 5 to the 4, you're going from the 5 to the 6. However, 6 and 5 is 11. That's the 2 of Pentacles. So it's kind of like you missed the mark. There's an imbalance here. The 5 of Pentacles represents like feeling like you don't have enough, but you do have more than you think. You have more than you think. You have a lot going for you. You have a lot going for you. You have a lot of potential here. If you look at this deck, she's sitting in a beautiful temple or church, or it's clean, bright windows. There's opportunity here. On the other side, it's different. She's outside in the streets, cold, no shelter, no food, abandoned. Here, it's different. You're inside of the temple. You're inside of the home. This is the Tower situation. So even though things may look, it's like you're the only thing holding you back. You have everything you need to reach your potential, but you're afraid of it. However, the good news is you're going to the 6 of Pentacles and not the 4. So I think over time, you're going to take baby steps to disentangle yourself from this Tower situation that's keeping you locked in to a circumstance that it's not conducive to your growth and evolution or your elevation. I'm hearing elevation, elevation. Self-preservation is the highest form of elevation. You may have sacrificed, it's almost like somebody who's not getting paid enough money. Self-preservation. You could feel guilty about asking for more or wanting more for yourself. So the deeper issue is not, the issue isn't necessarily what someone else is doing to you or your environment or your circumstances. Is why you got here in the first place. How you got here in the first place. So you locked yourself into this tower because you didn't think you were enough, or you didn't think you had enough. That's the issue, or one of the issues that you have. Let me see here. Let me get some more clarity for the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, please. The Queen of Cups. This is nurturing your emotional needs. Could be for a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But the Queen of Cups is typically Cancer energy. Pluto's going to your 8th house. And the 8th house, Cancer, is the house of divorce. It's the house of other people's resources. The King of Pentacles, Taurus energy. This is like, yeah, you are emotionally attached to someone else's money or their security. The Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles. This is a match made in heaven because, I'm not going to say match made in heaven. You thought this was a match made in heaven. So it's like this person gave you everything you needed to feel secure. So you became codependent. That is typical Cancer energy. You became codependent. He's taking care of all your needs for you. Your bills are paid, spa days, vacations, holidays. You look good, you know, in on social media. But you're in an ivory tower. You're stuck now. We have water and earth. That's like muddy energy, clay energy. Something's hardened here. There's no life. There's no inspiration. There's no motivation. There's no confidence. I don't see any fire here at all. There's pentacles and water. That's it. Earth and water. So this person's giving you stability. I mentioned this earlier about like having this fortress or this really strong foundation or really strong, you see like these mountains around here, being blocked off or walled off in a prison of your own making, because this person kind of spoiled you in some cases. I mean, they weren't perfect, but all of your basic needs are met and then some. Like this person has you living really good, or you feel like you're doing much better than you would be if you were by yourself. So this King of Pentacles has the bag. Okay, so with Pluto going into your 8th house, Cancer, what if this King of Pentacles says, I don't want to be married anymore? Because Tauruses are experiencing a Pluto square too. And Pluto squares are very destabilizing for the ego. They may not want to be married anymore. They may change their mind about this relationship. This could be, again, any earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. But as I mentioned earlier, Capricorn, Pluto is in the 2nd house for them. Taurus, Pluto's in the 10th house for them. And Virgo, Pluto's in the 6th house for them. All these are earth houses that are being affected by the Pluto and Aquarius transit. So if you're married to an earth sign, Queen of Cups, water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. If you're a Scorpio, Pluto is going to be in your 4th house of home and family, which also is one of the transits that could break up the home, because Pluto deals with transformation and endings, right? So if you're Pisces, Pluto could be in your 12th house of hidden enemies and, again, illnesses. So as a possibility, this person took good care of you, but their health is declining. And now what are you going to do without them, you know, their support financially? Something like that. At some point, water sign, you're going to be forced to take care of yourself. Because of Pluto in the 8th house, if you're Cancer, the 8th house deals with like our personal power. You have given your personal power away in exchange for security, whoever this applies to. In exchange for security, either job security or relationship security or financial security or emotional security. This is not going to work anymore. There are going to be some drastic changes that are maybe beyond your control. With the Tower here, I think you'll make a choice though. I don't see this being outside your control. I think you're going to see the writing on a wall and become more proactive and not allow things to happen to you, but you'll take action to fortify or solidify or cultivate your own power, in your own sense of security, not relying on someone else to do it for you. So if you were dependent on someone for resources or stability or a job, then you're going to be forced to do it alone at some point. With the 5 of Pentacles here, going to the 6. I need some more help, please. Some more information for thank you very much. 8 of Cups. Pisces energy. Yeah, here, This is upright, but this is reverse. Reverse, this person is just like sitting there, being drenched and waiting for things to change. Here you're taking action, and you're like taking preventative measures to walk away from something that no longer serves you. The key is being dropped. There are mountains in this Eight of Cups card. This Eight of Cups card, and there's mountains here in this Tower card. You see like these bricks representing stability, a fortress, foundation, structure. You're choosing to walk away from it before it's taken from you. Because if you walk away from it by choice, you have more power and you have more time to plan. The Moon card, yeah, this is Cancer energy, Cancer, Pisces energy. Pisces here too. You guys could be a Pisces, someone a rising sign or a water sign dealing with an earth sign. The Moon card, this is upright here. The Moon card upright gives us guidance. It is the card of deception in many cases, or wishful thinking in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. But for this deck, this moon is lighting the path towards this tower here. And that means emotions. Your emotions are guiding you. Your instincts are guiding you in the right direction. You're listening to your intuition, because the 8th house is one of the houses of intuition and, like, I won't say paranoia, but not trusting anything or anybody. Like having an innate sense that nothing is permanent. Everything is temporal, and you're like sensing a change. I don't know why you're sensing it. Depends on what house Pluto is in, but you're sensing that this has to change. And so before the house falls down on you, this tower falls on you, you're walking out of that house and you're trying to rebuild your life so that when this tower does finally fall, you won't be completely assed out. You won't be the 5 or the 4 pentacles. You'll be the 6. You'll be able to build instead of be depleted in some way because of procrastination. You're going to make a sacrifice, 2 of Swords. It's not a happy one. This person doesn't look happy about it. This is like moving out of a house. The key is being dropped. So it's like they're moving out of this home, this tower, this locked castle, or this ivory tower. They're locking the door behind them, but not even. They're just walking away from it. They're abandoning this house or abandoning their life. It doesn't serve them anymore. And this, on this side, this person's holding the key in their hand. They refuse to let go of this. I don't know. It doesn't work, of whatever this is. You see how the cups are broken? They can't even hold the water anymore. Here the cups are, they're still intact. So you're not going to wait for disaster before you make a move. You're going to be proactive. Cardinal water signs. This is Cancer energy. You're going to be proactive and say, okay, I got to get it together. I have to become independent and self-sufficient. Could be a water sign or earth sign, potentially. But I got to get it together and be self-sufficient. I can't rely on someone else to take care of me. My husband, his health is declining, or, he's much older than me. You see here, this King of Pentacles has a white beard. He's much older. Jeez, sorry about that. He's much older than the Queen of Cups. She's a maiden, black hair, no wrinkles. She's younger than he is. So she could have married him for stability. He's much older than her. And with Pluto in the 8th house, there's a possibility that his health could decline because, the Pluto in Aquarius cycle is 20 years. That's a long time. So hold on a second. Let me get this. So suppose your partner is 54 right now. In 20 years, they'll be 74 years old. Suppose they're 60 right now and you're 42. In 20 years, they'll be 80. So, yeah, their body may start to break down during this transit. Again, I don't see any wands here. I don't see any swords. It's all water and earth. So this is like someone who's afraid of their own potential, because potential is fire sign energy, Leo energy. You see the fire coming from this card, this heat here, right? This is light. This is like, believing in yourself, being motivated or inspired you're doing this out of necessity. That's why we go from the 5 to the 6 instead of the 5 to the 8, 9, or 10 pentacles. You have no choice in the matter. But instead of you waiting until the last minute to do this, you're going to do it instinctually when you know it's time. Like, it's time to get out there and start auditioning for acting gigs again. I haven't acted in 20 years because my husband took care of me. Or it's time to start looking for another job that pays more money because this industry is becoming obsolete due to AI and automation. Like, you're seeing the writing on the wall and you're walking away by choice. You're not doing it by force. And this is a 20-year cycle. So I'm not going to say you have time, but you're going to have to make a sacrifice. We got the 8 of Cups here, the Moon card here, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords. You're going to have to make a sacrifice. Okay. Let me get another card. What else should I use? Let me use these chakra cards. All right, Spirit Guides. I need some more insight for Group A. How will the Pluto and Aquarius transit affect Group A? How will the Pluto and Aquarius transit affect Group A? Thank you, Spirit Guides. Thank you. How will it affect Group A? They need some more insight, please. Destiny. Okay. Yeah, this was destined to happen. This was destined to happen. It's like Pluto deals with the inevitable. You have no choice in the matter. The 8th house is like the house of transformation and death. There's only 2 things guaranteed in life, they say. Death and taxes. So death is not just a physical death. It's a transformation or like a transference of energy from one area of your life to another. So you want to shift your focus from someone else taking care of you to be the source of your own security. I think you'll be happy about it. One more, please, for Group A. Group A, despondence. Yeah, you're not going to do this. You're going to do it begrudgingly, because I don't see the fire here. There's no fire here. It's like you wish it were different. You wish things didn't have to change because you were comfortable until you were uncomfortable. But you weren't uncomfortable because of the circumstances necessarily. I think you became uncomfortable because you weren't reaching your full potential, and that made you uncomfortable. But the situation you were in, you could have been content with dealing with that until like you receive some information that says, well, yeah, you got to make a sacrifice. This person is sick. They don't have much time to live, or this job, your business or your organization is going out of business, wherever you're working for. Something like that. You're not doing it because you want to. You're doing it because you have to. And it's not, it is what it is. Like, water signs, especially Cancers, are very sentimental. So you guys are attached to the idea of like what this thing represented or the past. You have these sentimental feelings about it, but Pluto doesn't care about that. Pluto has no concern in past. Yeah, 2 of Swords. Pluto has no concern for your sentimental emotions. Bittersweet. You don't want to do this, but you have to. You have no choice but to walk away from whatever's holding you back from reaching your full potential. I'm going to do 2 more cards for you guys because I love you guys. Let me just give you more time. We'll see. La 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 la. I haven't used these in a hot minute. All right, I need an enchanted map message for Group A for the Pluto and Aquarius season. Dragon's Lair. Wow. Look at this. This looks just like the Tower. Number 19. You see? This looks just like the Tower. Do you see the similarities? The stairs, this is like the Tower. Well, okay, we'll see what Dragon's Lair says. I mean, it sounds ominous. And, you know, Pluto's energy is ominous, regardless of whatever house is in. So you guys wanted this reading, and that's kind of what you have to deal with. It's not all negative or all bad, though. But Pluto in the 8th house, if you are Cancer, someone rising sign, is a bit creepy. We'll see. 19. You're always protected and divinely directed. You have a remarkable internal warning system, your intuition, Cancer energy, that lets you know when things are out of alignment or you're not reaching your potential. This is secure, it's comfortable, but it's like it's a niggling feeling or fear or this paranoia or something that is making you aware of that things about to change. This is not a permanent situation you're in. Your security is about to be upended in some way, and you can sense it intuitively. You can sense that you have to make a drastic change. You are about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. Now, Pluto is Pluto, so it's dangerous regardless of whatever house or sign it's in. Don't worry about that word. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you to the core, okay? That is how you reach your potential, by being challenged to the core. 5 of Pentacles, the Moon card, 8 of Cups. I think the challenge for you is to walk away from something that you love for no reason other than the fact that it's not working out for you anymore. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating. Potential energy. It's almost like finding out what you're truly made of, because it is drama. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. Pluto energy. Okay? A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. The Tower. You're in your ivory tower, hiding from the world. At some point, you're going to feel unsafe here. Not because of something happening to the tower or to the home, but something going on within you internally that's telling you must take care of yourself and become self-sufficient. Because this tower is not going to be here as it is for much longer. Or even if it is, it's still, you'll feel like you're imprisoned for some reason. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there is a greater risk. There is greater value in risk-taking potential than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be explored. The 8 of Cups. New territories waiting to be explored. You're going on a journey. Group A. Okay. Let me get an angel number and then I'm going to close it out. No, then I'll do the dice and I'll close it out. All right, spirit guides. I need an angel number for Group A to help them prepare for the Pluto and Aquarius transit. I need an angel number, please. Archangels and divine messengers. Okay, we have 2020 and 444. Compassion. This is 2 and 2 is 4. 4 is security. But in numerology, number 4 is the North Node, which is instability. Okay? Things changing unexpectedly. Eclipses affecting your life. Compassion. Mercy. Diplomacy. Potential. 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 Think big for your future. Service. Recovery. Adaptability. Renewal. It is a confirmation that your assumptions and beliefs are correct. Your intuition is telling you you have to do this. You don't have a choice. But it's also an encouragement to use your talents and gifts. And you have not been doing that because you were walled off in this ivory tower. You were afraid of your own potential because they will benefit the world and your pockets. So you can make money, more money, your own money by aligning with your life purpose and not living off someone else. Be of service to others. Your potential is enormous. Potential again. And you're not expressing or developing this potential because you're afraid of it. You're afraid of it, which is why the Five of Pentacles is here. But something's going to force you. Not even force you. I think it's for some of you guys will be forced. Like someone could pass away, or your job could no longer be there. Like the place you work could go out of business. But I think this is more like an intuitive, like inner knowing. Like you'll become so uncomfortable. Some of you guys may end up developing like a mental health problem or depression or severe anxiety. Not because of anybody else, but because of your own restlessness and you not pouring into yourself or cultivating your potential. You'll kind of start self-destructing in a sense. Your potential is enormous. Okay. 444, protection, change, rebellion, guidance, justice, truth, character, love. Get ready for the good things you've been hoping for. You were born for a higher calling again. Higher calling. Use your talents and gifts because they will benefit the world and your pockets. Be of service to others. That could be your higher calling. Not to be living in a lap of luxury, doing nothing. You know, it's just, I don't know, not living up to your full potential. I don't know what you're doing, but you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Put your energy into going towards your ambitions, and the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, circumstances, and resources to make things happen. So God got your back. That's why I mentioned like this tower is not really as traumatic or dramatic as the Rider-Waite. This is more like a prison of your own making, because you've refused to, again, cultivate your potential. You don't have a lot of confidence in yourself or courage or motivation or inspiration. You guys could have depression or anxiety. And that is one of the Cancer characteristics, like being excessively worrisome. Always worrying about like monsters and boogeymen and, you know, being haunted by the things you can't see. Or, you know, false beliefs or fears or whatever. Yeah, we'll see what's going on with the Astro Dice. Thank you guys for staying with me for this long. Spirit guides, I need some information for Group A. How will Pluto and Aquarius affect Group A? Saturn. Well, Saturn is the ruler of this, is the co-ruler of Aquarius. And Saturn deals with responsibilities. You have a responsibility to yourself that you're not honoring. Saturn also deals with karma. It also deals with limitations and separations and losses and even death in some cases. So it's almost like your circumstances may become so restrictive that you're forced to change. This is deprivation, even imprisonment and depression, feeling separated from yourself. So it's almost like if you don't change, the things that you have been relying on for security will be taken away from you. Money, house, spouse, job, until you do what you're supposed to do. Spirit guides, how will the Pluto and Aquarius transit affect Group A? This is the 9th house of our beliefs, ideologies, long distance travel, legal matters, foreign affairs, philosophy. This is Sagittarius energy, Saturn in the 9th house. You guys could have an Aries, Sun, Moon, or rising sign, potentially. We'll see. Saturn in the 9th house. Spirit guides, how will the Pluto and Aquarius transit affect Group A? Libra. Saturn's exalted in Libra. Legal matters. This could be I would say it could be a divorce. The 9th house is the house of like higher learning and philosophy. Some of you guys may have very limiting attitudes or beliefs about the world and your ability and your potential because your algorithm is flawed. So the 9th house is opposing the 3rd house, which is the house of Gemini. And the house of Gemini represents like data collection, getting information from your siblings or your school teachers, your community, society. And the 9th house represents the synthesization of all that data. Now you're creating a program using these data points or an algorithm. Your algorithm has to be adjusted because whatever you believe currently is preventing you from reaching your full potential. You guys may need to develop like discipline as well. Having a disciplined approach. You guys may have to go back to school for something to invest in yourself. You guys may be interested in becoming lawyers. Possibly. Saturn and Libra in the 9th house. The 9th house from Libra is Aquarius. So you guys could be an Aquarius, someone a rising sign, an Aries, someone a rising sign. You guys could be a Libra, someone a rising sign. You have Cancer. The 9th house from Cancer is Pisces. The 9th house from Pisces is Scorpio. We'll see. I think you guys may be interested in the law or becoming a lawyer, becoming a professor, the translator. I don't know, this is going on for too long, but anyway, thank you guys for listening. If you want to order a personal reading, the link's in the description box. I look forward to reading your feedback and I'll speak to you soon. Now on to Group B. All right, Group B, thank you for joining me today. We'll see what the cards have for you for the Pluto and Aquarius season, which is 20 years long. Okay, now remember, Plutonian energy is very disruptive and it can be a bit chaotic and it can be a bit destabilizing and somewhat scary, but Pluto doesn't want to hurt you. It wants you to step into your power, okay? It doesn't want you to hide behind people or money or things or ideas to avoid living an authentic life where you're like actually who you say you are. Not because of what you have or how you look or who you're married to, but because you are, oh my goodness, again. Why does this keep falling down? Hold on. Relax. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Yeah, it's not about you using like superficial things to create an identity for yourself. Pluto wants to strip you down to the core of who you truly are to help you evolve as a human being and as a spirit being as well. Okay, so we'll see what the cards say. Don't be scared about Pluto. Pluto it's nice. Once you face your shadow, it's actually quite a cathartic experience dealing with Pluto. So we shall see. Oh, we got 3 here. I didn't know that. I'm seeing the cards the same time you guys are. So, okay. Here we go. That's interesting. We have the Emperor, the 7 of Water, and the 4 of Air. So this is 7 of Cups reversed and the 4 of Air upright. 4 of Cups upright. Sorry, the 4 of Swords upright and the 7 of Swords. 7 of Water reversed. Okay. So the Emperor represents like a leader, a boss. This is Leo energy here. We have a Lion. But in the Rider-Waite deck, the Emperor is like Aries. And also I think it's all the cardinal signs. It's my personal opinion. But this is like Aries energy or Leo energy. And Pluto is currently opposing Leo. It's in the 7th house. So This is also like some sacrifices that have to be made. The Seven of Cups reverse is someone who has made a choice. With the Seven of Water upside down, you have all these options here. But here, the choice is already made. You don't really have... It's almost like you could have been confused in the past. You could have been someone who was easily manipulated or taken advantage of because you could have been a people pleaser in your relationships, at work. You're going to have to make some sort of sacrifice here. Okay, so I'm going to say this. It's lonely at the top. It's lonely at the top. Some of you guys are going to become very powerful or successful during this time period, but it can be an isolating experience. So Leos are very social, typically, but the Emperor is not really sociable like that. The Emperor has a job to do, and the Emperor is only focused on stepping into their power and reaching their highest potential as a leader. This is leadership, period. Could be leadership at work, in society, politics, finances. This is a boss. You're going to walk away from a lot of people who you cared about. Not even walked away. Like, it's like you won't be able to. This could be affecting your 11th house. Pluto is in Aquarius, which represents the 11th house. Like, this is you going from like being the roundaway girl who everybody had access to, or the guy who everybody was friends with, who was accessible to everyone. It's like being in your ivory tower. Someone who, like, you can't not say you can't relate to, but your success puts you in a whole different life than the people who you came up with. Like, you're going to have to sacrifice some relationships, friendships, lovers, siblings, family members. Like, it's like you're going to be alone. You guys could have a Pluto and Scorpio aspect, or you could be a fixed sign here. This could be fixed energy. Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Taurus. Because you'll be so focused on like becoming powerful or wealthy or self-sufficient or a leader that you can't hang out with your homies anymore. You can't relate to people who you grew up with. Like, you're changing your whole mentality. You're stepping really into your power, and it's like, now that you know who you are, unfortunately, you got to make tough decisions that require you to, like, I don't want to say, some people say, oh, you think you're better than everybody, or you think you all that, you changed. You're going to change. You're going to change. You're going to go from being somebody who didn't know who they were or what they wanted to being like this executive, this force. This is you stepping into your power. But I think at some point, okay, I feel like this is a cyclical thing. In the beginning of this cycle, because it's 18 years long, so maybe the first 6 to 10 years, you'll be dead set on a specific career goal or path, right? Then you reach the top of that mountain, but you'll be by yourself. And that's when the confusion kind of comes in. Because the Emperor shouldn't be the Seven of Water at all, or the Four of Swords. But I think once you reach, like, you've isolated yourself to become successful, but once you get there, you don't have anyone to celebrate your success with. This is a possibility, like someone who spent 5 or 10 years, like, grinding at work, no vacations and no friends or family, no girlfriend, no wife, nothing. And you finally become a millionaire, but you're just around a bunch of hanger-ons or strippers or co-workers. You don't have any friends or family to share this experience with, and that could cause you to question why you did this in the first place. So by the end of the cycle, maybe the last 5 to 7 years of the cycle, maybe in 2039, something like that, you'll start to question, okay, now I have everything I want, but there's no one to share it with. I'm by myself. And Leos, I'm picking up Leo energy with this lion. Leos don't like being by themselves. Aquarians don't either. But Pluto and Aquarius can be isolating socially because Pluto is a destructive energy. And it may cause you to sacrifice your friendships, Aquarius, in pursuit of this professional goal or this personal goal. But when you get there, it's like, I'm by myself. I made it. But now you have no one to celebrate this experience with. And then you wonder if it's all worth it. 7 of water to the 4 of air. You'll wonder if it was all worth it. Because you may not have anyone to share your wealth with or your life. Just like it was like a vanity project. Leo energy, this could have been a vanity project. You may realize that at the end of this journey that this doesn't mean anything if you don't have anyone to share with. You'll just be sipping Merlot in your mansion by yourself every night. A big ass house with no one in it but you. No real friends. You don't trust anybody. You've sort of separated from your family in a lot of ways. You didn't speak to them for years. They can't come. They don't want to speak to you. Nephews, you're by yourself in this castle, this big old house you've built. And, there's some, I don't want to say regret, but the 4 of Swords and 7 of Water in reverse. But yeah, there's some sadness here about that illusion. Yeah. Embrace the truth. This is like a vanity project. Your idea of success is an illusion. Your idea of power is an illusion too. Embrace the truth. So you were lying to yourself about this. You're going to realize at the end that this was an illusion. Like everything you went after, all your goals that you set for yourself was just about your own personal vanity. Because that is one of the manifestations of Pluto in Aquarius. The opposite sign of Aquarius is Leo, which is the person who's vain, right? Pluto in Aquarius asks us to sacrifice our personal ego for the collective. And you didn't do that, or you're not going to do that in the beginning of the cycle. You're going to pursue your own individual interests and your own goals. And that's not a bad thing. But at the end, you'll realize that it was all an illusion. 7 of Cups in reverse. You're going to see it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. So you have the Scotch brandy wine or whatever. You have the expensive cars and you have the big house. But that big house is empty. And it's echoing because it's empty. There's no laughter, no home cooked meals, no, Netflix and chill on the couch. There's nobody to share this with. Page of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. Yeah. It's 9 of Cups is like self-indulgence, overindulgence. The Page of Pentacles. Okay. I'm seeing this as like you not having any real relationships. All your relationships are working relationships. These are co-workers. Page of Pentacles. These are not people that you're close to. These are people you go to the bar with for happy hour. 9 of Cups. But you don't have any, you're not close to them in that way. You're just casual acquaintances. So pages like messengers. Yeah, we'll talk or we'll text. I'll see you at the club or whatever. I'll see you at the bar. I'll see you at work. Page of Pentacles. I'll see you at work. But there's no, this lady is kind of portly, self-indulgent. It's like your co-workers are your only friends at the end of this. So you'll become an executive or whatever, but the people who are in your home, they work with you. They're not your family. They're not your husband or your wife or your kids. They're just people you go to work with. That's all you care about, or that's all you're focusing on right now. These are professional relationships or relationships based on money. For you, everything's about money right now. Money and this is look at me. Look at what I have. All this wealth, all this opportunity. But there's still potential here for you to use this in an Aquarian way. But in the beginning of the cycle, you'll be a bit selfish or self-centered or self-focused. And your only friends or acquaintances will be co-workers. They'll come by, give you a couple of gifts. Oh, look how nice this house. It's a beautiful house. But then they got to leave. And you don't really trust them anyway. And some of them may be hating on you. Illusion. Fake friends. They're only your friends because of what you have. This is like vanity. Look at me. Look at these roses. Look at everything I have. Look at how much money I have. Look at how big my house is. But she's by herself. Where are her kids? Where is her husband? Where are her friends? Where are her siblings or her parents? There's nobody else here. There's no real friendships here. Just people you work with who pretend to like you because of what you have or who you are. The King of Pentacles. Yeah, about the money, the bag. Taurus energy. Pluto is in your 10th house, Taurus. So this could be for you, definitely. I mentioned the fixed signs earlier for the Emperor card. And we have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands? Okay, Two of Wands, yeah. The Two of Wands represents like a new creative endeavor. This is like climbing the mountain to success. You're going to become successful. You're going to reach your goals. Definitely. But then you may end up Four of Swords. Illusion. I did all this for what? Exactly. So you'll enjoy it for a couple years. Like, you know, the Pluto and Aquarius season is 20 years. So it may take you 6 years to get to your goals, and then you may enjoy it for 6 years. You still got 8 years to go before the cycle's over. So it's like after partying and splurging and overindulging, you're going to get bored with this. I see boredom. Four of Swords, Seven of Cups. It's kind of, I see boredom here. It's only so much you can do on your own without like feeling burnt out or disillusioned. One more please for the King of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like if you guys want money, go ahead, go after it. But you may have to sacrifice interpersonal relationships in pursuit of your goals. Or you may decide to do that because you don't want to be held back by kids or a husband or a wife, or just wanted to come out this way. So we'll see. The Queen of Cups. This is the reverse side of it. Again, overindulging. She's drinking from her own cup. Why are these cups like this? And these cups are, ooh. In the background, these cups are black. Like they're poisoned or something. They're not filled with water or wine. They're filled with something that's making her sick. The Knight of Wands. Yeah, this is not negative energy, Knight of Wands, but these are like fleeting relationships. There's no real intimate connections. This is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio card. The card of illusion. If it's a Pisces. Knight of Wands is Sag energy. Not having any roots or anywhere or foundation. Just like, I don't know, there's no roots being planted. It's all vanity here. I think you're going to realize that. Like, you'll have the house, but who's in the house? With the Queen of Cups upright, this is a mother. So we have doves here, right? These could be like spirit guides. It could be, doves represent, I don't know if this is a seagull or a dove. I don't know. But these are messengers, right? And this cup is being protected in a sense. It's secure. The Queen of Cups is Cancer energy, a mother, a wife. This person is not interested in doing that. It's kind of like, I don't want to say Oprah, but someone who eats too much, drinks too much. Their life becomes empty and vapid. So now Oprah has to go on, you know, for example, Ozempic to quell her appetite for the good life because she's never had discipline in that area. It was always like overindulgence. So it's like, this is self-indulgent. This is kind of narcissistic. It's kind of narcissistic. You may become extremely self-absorbed during this 20-year transit. Maybe for a time, maybe for a few years. But once you, like, again, achieve success, at some point you'll get burnt out and want to do more for other people. Or develop, like, more intimate relationships that are not just based on how much money you have. Or who you know. Like vain. You see this illusion card here? This person's like at all the parties. They're at the Diddy parties. They're at the Hollywood parties. They're at these galas. But nobody's her friend. They don't really have any true friends. It's just... So again, you will see. Spirit guides, more information please for Group B. How will the Pluto and Aquarius transit affect them? We got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. You guys may meet a King of Pentacles and get married to them. Possibly. Balance. Yeah. Forgiveness. Growth. Isolation. Right. And perfection. There's a lack of balance here. You're going to focus all your energy, time, and resources into becoming this executive boss, super person, this CEO, this I don't know, billionaire, whatever. But you're going to isolate yourself from friends and family and loved ones. At some point, you may ask them for forgiveness. As a part of your growth, you'll learn that, okay, I'm going to say this. Just be very careful about developing a cantankerous or snobby or, I don't know. I don't want to say bougie. That's the wrong word. But a better than you attitude. Better than thou attitude. Like, be careful of doing that. Like, I have more money than you. Or I'm more successful than you and stuff like that. Be careful about that. Because you could isolate yourself from people with that attitude. And then at some point, nobody's going to care. And you're going to have to live in that reality of like not having any real friends or family members or anybody who cares about you because you spent all this time like focusing on money or yourself that when you reach your goals, nobody's going to want to deal with you anymore. Nobody's going to care. You won't have anybody to celebrate these moments with. Just be careful about doing that. I'm not saying you're going to, but if you are a fixed sign, that's definitely a possibility because Pluto is a very intense energy that can give you a massive ego. Massive. But Pluto also is the planet of the ego death. So whatever it gives you, it can take away too. Just be careful about like isolating yourself from people or like acting like certain people are beneath you. I mentioned this earlier about you no longer hanging out with the people that you grew up with or your friends because you have other goals and it's like now you can't hang with them because they're beneath you. That attitude, if you have that attitude, it's going to be a bit of adjustment for you once you realize that nobody cares about how much money you have. People are going to have less than you and be happier than you. In a sense, they'll have their families, their children, while you're in this big house by yourself with nobody who cares about you like that. You're going to have to pay for your friends, Page of Pentacles, or your friends around you because of what you can do for them or what you have. They're not genuine friendships here. So they're with you for your money. You're going to learn that and then you'll evolve and grow, ideally, and become a better person. Spirit guides, I need some more information, please, for Group B. How will the Pluto and Aquarius transit affect Group B? It's going kind of long. I'm already an hour in, and I still have Group C to do. Not complaining, but hopefully these messages resonate to some extent. Wizard of Awareness, number 3, Jupiter energy. Okay. Let's see what Wizard of Awareness says for you guys. I know I didn't put that book back. Why would I do that? Okay. Wizard of Awareness, number 3. Your soul knows best. Be still and observe. Mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you too. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new, powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now. 7 of Water reverse, 4 of Swords upright. So your pursuit of like success or money or fame or wealth could have been an emotional thing. It was like something you were using to feel validated or seen or important. This could be you trying to deal with childhood trauma to an extent, or abandonment, or like, I don't know, insecurities because of poverty or your parents or abuse or race or whatever. Now you're seeing things clearer. Now you know why you pursued these goals. Now you know why you were so hell-bent on becoming successful in this way. And you like, it's like you almost became successful to prove to the world that you were not what they said you were. There's a risk of you doing this to look down on other people. Make sure you're not doing that. Because if you do that, nobody's going to want to be around you anymore. And they won't care about your success. And you can call them haters. I mentioned that earlier. But they're not just hating on you like that. It's just like they don't like your attitude. If you like push them away because they weren't good enough, or they're lazy, or, you know, you make too much money, or you're afraid of being in the hood, or you're you know, it's like you don't want to do that. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense that nothing that happens to you is personal. People come and go, experiences evolve from one state to another in a continual shifting and change, no matter how much you want things to stay the same. So yeah, you don't have any close personal relationships. You have people who come and go, who use you for what they want, and they leave. Like nobody, there's a risk of surrounding yourself with people who don't really care about you. There's a risk of surrounding yourself with people who do not care about you. Because initially they were flattering you, or they were flattered by you, and you fed into that because it made you feel good. And then the people who were like calling you out on your BS, they cared about you, they loved you, but you didn't want to hear them. And so now you got a bunch of fake people around you, a bunch of ass kissers, narcs, users. They're kind of matching your energy potentially. So be careful with that, okay? The Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be and watch the miracle unfold without any direct influence from you. You're going to learn from this. I think you'll spend the first 30% of this transit like becoming successful, working on your goals. Then the next 7 years, 6 years, you'll spend enjoying it, vacationing, parties, you know, luxurious lifestyle. And the last 7 years, you're going to realize that you're lonely and you want a community or family members or loved ones to like share this experience with. And you may end up growing and becoming aware of why you pursued this path in the first place, and how you can help others, not just overindulge in your own, I don't know, vanity or self-aggrandizement. I'm thinking Oprah for some reason. All right, I need another card, please, for the collective of Group B. Okay, we have 1414 light up. Mood swings. Respect. Family. Constructive outlook. Quality. Focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You'll be blessed with new opportunities, a new friend, or in addition to your family. Good vibes will speed up the process. Good vibes. I think initially you'll be so focused on your goals that your vibe will be kind of like, don't talk to me. I don't have time. Leave me alone. Just so focused on just accomplishing whatever this goal is that you'll be a bit negative to people around you. But I think towards the end, you're going to see the error of your ways, and you'll start to like be more open to your friends and family members. You may even end up getting married at the end of this cycle, when you said you would never get married. I don't have time for marriage. I got to make money. You know, nobody wants a broke man or woman. I got to get the bag. And then you have the bag, but you're going on vacation by yourself. At some point, that gets boring. You've been around the world. Your passport is filled with all these stamps, and okay, 6 years, 7 years doing that, then what? Right? And then you'll be getting older too. It's a 20-year cycle. So the perspective you had at 25, you won't have at 45 years old. Right? Okay. One more, please, for the collective of Group B. The collective of Group B. 3333. Social skills. Hope, optimism, liberation, success, prosperity, excitement, enthusiasm. Social skills. You're going to need to develop your social skills, because you may push people away in pursuit of these goals. The problems you have today will eventually disappear, because you're going to learn, you're going to grow. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life, since your luck may be about to change. It is a time to put to use your captivating energy and inspirational personality. Don't let your ego get the best of you. Pluto in Aquarius. The opposite sign of Aquarius is Leo. That's the ego. That's the lion here. So it's like, I don't need nobody. I got the bag. I got the house. You know, being on social media, showing your cars and stuff, but you never show your family. Your friends, they're no real friends. Nothing. You're just always by yourself. At some point, it's going to get boring for some of you guys. And then you'll learn that you have to be a bit more gracious or friendly or diplomatic or compassionate towards people. Because, yeah, you don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of vampires and vultures and fake friends. Okay? So make sure that if you are working on your success, that you remain in contact with the people who are with you from the very beginning. People who you can trust. People who love you. Right? People who respect you. Not users and hanger-ons, because, you know, a lot of people who come from humble situations and they see somebody glow up, they can become jealous too. So be very discerning and careful about who you have around you, okay? All right, spirit guides, how will the Pluto in Aquarius transit affect Group B? The North Node or the South Node, doesn't matter. The same energy. This is like eclipsing energy. The South or North Node is eclipsing energy. So this eclipsing whatever house that is going to be activated with these, or chosen by this dice. So yeah, this is drastic changes going towards your life path or life purpose. It's a good thing, you know. I'm not saying it's all bad, but just be careful that you don't become like an Oprah or someone who has like doesn't really have any real friends, like a Kanye West, right? You got the money, but you just now you got to pay for prostitutes. Or you just don't have any real friends. You have butt kissers who will let you destroy yourself because they're just there for the money. It's kind of like Liam Payne, who just died. He was surrounded by hanger-ons, not friends and family and loved ones. I'm not sure if he disconnected from them in some way, but yeah, a lot of these celebrities, they end up being surrounded by people who hate them or who are just using them for their money. And so they don't call them out on their shit, and then they self-destruct. All right, spirit guys, how will the Pluto in Aquarius transit affect Group B? Thank you. The 7th house, relationships, other people, business partnerships. This is the house of the other friends, other relatives, co-workers, other people. It's the opposite of the first house. So you could be eclipsing out a lot of relationships. I'm not dating anybody. I don't want no man or no woman holding me back. I'm focusing on my grind. You got the money. You'll get the money. It's going to be there. Emperor here, King of Pentacles. But then you'll end up being alone, isolated, if you don't have any balance. 7th house energy. Okay. One more, please. For the Group B for Pluto and Aquarius. Scorpio energy. Yeah, Scorpio is very isolated energy. I mentioned Diddy earlier, but Scorpio is about self-empowerment, being isolated. This is kind of like selfish energy, or focus on like one goal, having a laser focus, or being myopic, or like having a one-track mind on certain things. The nodes aspecting Scorpio and Taurus affects finances and security. So at some point, you may go from rags to riches here. We did a north node or the south node in Scorpio. You could go from rags to riches because of hard work and discipline. Pluto making a square to the nodes. You could have a nodes in Scorpio or Taurus. Okay? Be careful of like becoming too egotistical and like acting like you're too good for the people who helped you to become who you are or who were with you in the beginning. If you do that, you're going to regret it at the end, okay? All right, Group B. Thank you for listening. I'm going to leave it there. If you want to order personal reading, the link is in the description box. I look forward to your feedback, and I'll speak to you soon. Now on to Group B. Group C. Yay, Group C. All right, aloha, Group C. You guys could be from Hawaii, moving to Hawaii, or currently living in Hawaii. I don't know why I said aloha. Group C, we'll see how the Pluto and Aquarius transit will affect you. As I told Group A and B, Pluto's energy is very transformative. So no matter what house that is in, you can expect a lot of drastic changes that will affect you in the long run, okay? For better or worse. But don't be afraid of the energy to step into it and lean into it and allow it to transform you. And also allow it to help you to become more connected to or aligned with your life purpose or your real identity. Pluto is the planet of the ego death. It will build you up and break you down. So just be careful about, becoming too egotistical, too arrogant, too obsessive, too possessive. We'll see. All right. Spirit guides, what do the cards have to say for Group C? We will see. King of Fire in reverse and the Ten of Fire. Egotistical. Leo energy in reverse. And the cards are usually upright. I don't do reversals. But the King of Fire in reverse is Leo energy, and the polarity point for Aquarius is Leo. And so some of the negative manifestations of this cycle will be extreme narcissism. Okay? People like engaging in altruistic narcissism. Something like that. Altruistic narcissism. This is Leo energy again. Ten of Fire. Okay. Pluto would be opposing this. Something fake here that has to be destroyed. It's like a fake identity. It's a fake persona. There's too much going on here for you guys. It's like you've acquired a lot of things or accumulated a lot of things, a lot of stuff, a lot of responsibilities, people. It's a very busy life, but it's fake. It's like somebody who stays busy to avoid dealing with themselves or their own SHIT. On the other hand, you guys could feel overwhelmed by the responsibilities you're putting on yourself. So, for example, suppose you, at the beginning of the cycle, you get a good job. You're making great money. But because you make a lot of money, you're spending a lot of money. And now you're taking care of a lot of people with this money, a lot of responsibilities. And so now you're feeling like you're not yourself. The King of Fire could be a lack of creativity, feeling burnt out, having too many responsibilities here. I can take care of it. Wanting to please everybody or be... Okay, I'm going to mention Whitney Houston because she kind of went through this herself. Okay? When Whitney Houston was alive, God bless her, because I love her to pieces. When she was alive, everybody kept picking at her. She had her family members, her brothers, her father. She was taking care of her mother. She was taking care of her friend, Robin, managers, assistants. She was a business. And because she had so many responsibilities and people picking at her, wanting her to be what they wanted her to be for themselves, she became inverted. She relied on drugs to cope with all the stress and the pressure of being Whitney Houston, of being a brand, which is Leo energy. She is a Leo, but she was a Leo. So it's like somebody who has so much to offer the world that people keep picking at him. Pluto in Aquarius can sometimes manifest as like having frenemies. Whitney had a lot of frenemies around her. People who only wanted to use her for her money. They didn't care about her well-being or her health. That's a possible manifestation of this Pluto in Aquarius transit, especially if you are a fire sign, if you're a Leo, sun, moon, or rising sign. It's like, you got it. Yeah, you got it. But now people feel entitled to your energy, your time, your resources. They feel like they own you, or you owe them something because you became successful. That's one manifestation of it. The other manifestation would be like, again, narcissism. Being completely self-absorbed, believing in your own hype. But I think at some point that's going to be too difficult to maintain the lifestyle. This is like an unsustainable lifestyle. Too many bills, too many users, too many hanger-ons. There's a lot going on here. And you're managing it, but it's costing you your mental health and possibly your physical health. You could be feeling stressed, depressed, anxious, worried. You're not yourself. Pluto's energy is very intense, okay? It's overwhelming. If you don't have like a lot of Pluto in your chart, it can be overwhelming. It could be like an obsession. It could control your whole life. Whatever you are involved in is consuming all your energy and your time, and you don't have time for yourself, or you don't have the energy for yourself. You're being drained and depleted by other people's expectations of you. I'm getting Leo really strong here. Leo is someone, a rising sign, potentially. Could be a Sag energy, but Sag would be third house, Pluto. Third house. This is being overwhelmed. Having too much to do, too many responsibilities, paying too many bills, people in your pocket, in your head, being used. So I'm sensing here. We'll see what's going to happen with these cards. Unicorn, invite serendipity. I mentioned Whitney Houston. Okay. Invite serendipity. There's no serendipity here with the Ten of Fire and the King of Fire reversed. It's almost like people see you as their savior, or they're using you as like the source of their security. You could be volunteering this yourself, like as a people pleaser. You could be wanting people to like you or accept you. You could be afraid of telling people no. It's too generous. Invite serendipity. This is not serendipitous here. Okay, so it's not serendipitous. So what's happening is that people are enriching themselves or empowering themselves to your good luck. So serendipity means good luck or good fortune, synchronicity, aligning with the universe, aligning with your life's purpose. And you could have a lot of gifts, skills, abilities. Whitney Houston was a unicorn. And so because she was a unicorn, everybody else who wasn't a unicorn felt entitled to her energy, to her money, to her time. So she lost herself because of that. It's like if you have a lot of good luck going for you, people feel like they're entitled to it because they know you. This is kind of related to Group B, kind of, sort of. But they feel like they own you because they know you, and you have all this good fortune coming your way, and you feel obligated to take care of them because you're very generous. You have a big heart, King of Fire in reverse. A heart that's too big. So big that you'll give someone who doesn't deserve it or need it the shirt off your back, and they won't do the same for you. This is you being kind and generous and nurturing and supportive to people who don't reciprocate this. And now you're overwhelmed with managing all this stuff. A part of it is like having a savior complex, maybe with the King of Fire, this altruistic narcissism. Like, I can save the world. I can take care of everybody. I'm not saying you have bad intentions. I don't think you do have bad intentions. But I think that the reason why you can't say no is because, or you have a hard time saying no, is because you were either conditioned to be, people's mules, or you think that it's your job to save everybody because you're the only one who can do it. The Tower and the Three of Wands. Okay. Now I turn over the cards like that because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what these cards are saying before I start reading them. So I'm kind of nervous. Okay. The Tower is here. Now listen. This Tower is, I don't know which one is better or worse, because this Tower is done, burnt down to the ground. But it came out this way. So it's still standing, but this crown this is Leo energy. Crowns represent Leo, kings, regality. The Tower represents Uranus energy, Uranus and Scorpio, or Pluto energy, potentially. So a Tower is coming. We go from the 10 to the 3. So, okay, I'm going to say this. The cycle of Pluto lasts for 20 years. Pluto and Aquarius will be a 20-year season, a 20-year cycle. And Pluto's energy is about endings and beginnings, and then endings and beginnings. It's a constant cycle of recycling energy from old phases into new phases, transferring energy from the old phase to a new phase, right? And so here, we go from the 10 to the 7. At some point, you're going to avoid disaster, and you're going to cut people off. You're going to stop being so generous to people, because this Tower is about to get hit if you don't watch your spending or stop people from taking advantage of you. Whitney Houston waited for too long to divorce Bobby Brown. Her life was destroyed at that point. She was in debt. Her lungs were damaged. Her heart was damaged. She was here by the time she divorced Bobby Brown. It was done. Her career had been destroyed. It was just too much dysfunction for too long. You're not going to wait till it gets to that point. You're going to try to conserve and preserve what you've built for yourself by way of blocking leeches, users, manipulators, people who are entitled to your money. You're going to put up some strong boundaries with this Tower. This Tower, no boundaries. So it's now all burnt down. No walls, no ceiling, no doors. It's all burnt. This Tower is still intact because you have erected boundaries to prevent yourself from being like vampired on or vultured on or used up by the people who don't care about you because they see you as like a golden goose. Strong Leo energy here. Your Leo Scorpio energy. Pluto is going to be in your 7th house. You could have like Aquarius, someone a rising sign, Aquarius energy in your chart. But yeah, you're going to go from being too generous to like saying no. You have to start saying no, guys. Start saying no. I need some more insight, please, for Leo, someone and rising signs for the Pluto and Aquarius cycle. I'm sorry, wrong message. I need some more insight for Group C. I'm getting with strong Leo here for some reason. And my channel is still relatively small, so like I can pick up on individual energies easier than someone with a large channel. So yeah. Spirit guides, information for Group C for the Tower and the Three of Wands. I need some more clarity, please. More clarity for Group C. More clarity for Group C. The Five of Swords, upright. Yeah. Is another card back here? Oh, it feels extra thick. And the Hermit card, reverse. So this is actually good. You are not going to allow people to make you feel guilty for saying no. This person, guilt. This is a lot of rain, water, emotions, feelings. Now she can't defend herself. Her swords are on the ground. Now her mind's muddled and confused. She can't guard herself against gossip and manipulation and, a Svengali and someone who's trying to basically use her gifts for themselves. Here, she's like, hell no. I see this for what it is, and I'm going to protect myself. Even though I'm not happy to say no, because I love my family, my friends, I'm protecting myself. This is clarity. There's no rain. The sky is clear. She can see things clearly. She's walking away from whatever the situation is that has her feeling guilty, responsible for other people, being manipulated, like insecure. The Hermit card. Okay, so this Hermit card, this person is no longer giving their light to other people. This Hermit card, this person has become enlightened, and they're going to share their wisdom with other people. They're going to share their wisdom with the world. This person has learned the truth. They know what's going on, but they won't tell people what they're doing. They're not going to explain to their friends or their family why they're saying no, or they may lie to their friends and family and say, I don't have it. I'm sorry, but they do have it. It's like hiding your light behind a bushel, hiding your resources, protecting yourself. You're going to be deceptive to protect yourself. Five of Swords. So before, you were always like, yeah, I got the money. I got it. Don't worry about it. But it was inconveniencing you. Now you're going to start lying and say you don't have it. When you do. But it's not for them. That's not their money. It's not their money. All right, Spirit guides, I need some more insight, please, for the Five of Swords and the Hermit card for Group C. Five of Swords, Hermit card for Group C. The Hierophant, Seven of Cups, Ten of Swords, the Magician, in reverse. This is manipulative energy, and the Chariot. Okay, let me move these over. Why are you here? The Wheel, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so the Hierophant represents our belief systems, religion, spirituality, social constructs, conditioning. And we have the Magician. These are people who I mentioned Whitney earlier as an example. Whitney Houston was raised in a very religious family, and she may have felt like she may have been indoctrinated or manipulated into believing that because she was given abundance, it was her responsibility to take care of everybody else's their bills or their life. What's the saying that is coming to mind? It's at the tip of my tongue. I forget what it was. God blesses those who blesses others. Something like that. Where it's like this sort of like prosperity gospel, where you're told the more you give, the more you receive. And the more you have, the more you're obligated to give. prosperity doctrine. So somebody could have been raised to believe that it's their responsibility to be the equalizer. So if you have it, I'm supposed to have it too. Nobody should have more than other people. Like, we should all have the same amount. Even if it's on your back and you're doing all the work, it don't matter because we're family. This dark magician here. Someone using like religion or culture to make you feel guilty for being successful. And so now you're supposed to take care of them. The Wheel of Fortune reverse. It's a 20-year. This is going to take time for you to come to terms with. 7 of Cups. The 10 of Swords. Yeah. And the 7 of Cups. I mentioned addictions earlier. Whitney Houston. This person having a hangover. The 10 of Swords is here. I can't see what's going on. It's like this is an ice box. This person's in an ice box. They're freezing themselves off. This is like reverse. This person's stuck here. Here, this person is getting themselves out of the box. They're like thawing themselves out. Here, they're not. They're frozen. They're stuck. I think this is like having, this is Hierophant energy, fixed earth energy. It's like being conditioned or indoctrinated to take care of others more than yourself. And that's why we have 10 wands. It gets to the point where it's like you can't nip it in the bud because you were indoctrinated or socialized into taking care of other people more than yourself. I'll give an example of there's something called the black tax on social media, where children of immigrants from Africa who come to the States or come to the West to make money, they are made to feel responsible for taking care of their family back home, right? So somebody from, for example, Kenya, they move to London, they become an accountant making 6 figures a year. They may be guilted into taking care of their family, like giving large sums of money to their family back in Kenya or back in Tanzania or back in Ghana or back in India, depends. But it's like the black tax. It's like people are expecting you, because you're a unicorn and you made it out and you've become successful and you're busting your behind and you have opportunity. Because you have opportunity, it's their opportunity. You're responsible for helping the whole village or the whole family because you made it out. They made these sacrifices for you. But on the flip side, if you need help, they're not there to help you. They can't give you anything. A lot of them are even jealous of you, 5 of Swords, or resentful of you because you've made it. So now they only call you for money. They don't care about how you're doing. They don't care how they're inconveniencing you. And now you have 10 wands. You're taking care of so many people back home or wherever you're from that you can't even take care of yourself here. You're struggling to pay your last dollar. Like, you're paying your bills and then all your disposable income goes towards the people back home who aren't working at all, who don't really care about you, but they feel entitled to whatever you have because you're the unicorn. You made it out. You're lucky. Something like that. At some point, it's going to become so overwhelming. You have 10 of wands. You're going to start blocking them off and say, I don't have it. I lost my job. Period. Because you're not going to let your life get burned down because of them. At some point, you're going to learn that they don't care about you. It could be because of a betrayal. I'll give you guys an example of what I mean. So suppose you were giving your family money, right? And you're from a different country. You're from Jamaica or from, I don't know, India or Zimbabwe or whatever. And you've been giving your family back home money to buy a house out there for when you retire. And you're doing this for 10 years, like consistently, expecting to have some money put aside for you or land or house when you get there. 10 years later, you find out that whoever was supposed to be watching the money spent it on themselves and other women or men. You have nothing to show for 10 years of sacrifice. They took all your money. 10 of Swords. They screwed you over. Right? They betrayed you. That's a possibility. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. No new opportunities, bad luck, misfortune because of your belief systems. So you trusted these people who don't really care about you. They're jealous of you. And so now, as an example, you were giving them money too. So here's you're working in London at a bank or a law firm, and you're living in a small apartment or room to save money. You're sending back $5,000 a month to your homeland in Kenya to buy a house. So here's $5,000, here's $4,000 for the land, and here's $1,000 for you guys. Okay, $1,000 for your expenses, for your life, for your phone, whatever. And I need this $4,000 to go towards this house that I'm building out here for when I retire. 10 years goes by, you go back to see what's going on with that situation, and there's nothing there. All that money was spent on your uncle or your relatives trying to flex and show off and act like they're the ones with the boss. They're the ones who are making all this money. They're using your success to make themselves look better. What happened when Whitney Houston was the same thing. You have people out in Bobby Brown's family, in our own family, who were living off of her wealth and acting like it was theirs. Like, this is my sister, or this is my sister-in-law, this is my daughter, whatever. And kind of pimping her out and not being concerned about her well-being. And so she got burnt out. And she realized later on it was too late. Her father sued her at some point for, I think, $100 million for management fees. She had people robbing her the whole time. And they kept her high on purpose, because when you're high, you don't really have any discerning faculties. They just used her as a workhorse. Her family, Clive Davis, everybody used her. Something like that, where somebody has a lot of resources. They were fortunate to get out of a situation, but their fortune is being weaponized against them. Serendipity. So we have the Wheel of Fortune here and the serendipity here. Because you're lucky, now you're unlucky. It's almost like the story The Black Pearl. Is that John Steinbeck who wrote that story? I read it in high school. It's been a long time ago. When this fisherman finds a black pearl that's huge, he lives in like a Latin American country like Brazil or something like that, or Peru or Mexico, Guatemala. He lives in a third world country. This is like the 1900s, whatever. He finds a huge black pearl that is supposed to be his ticket out of poverty and, out of whatever, right? Finds black pearl, but it turns into a curse because now everybody wants him. Now everybody is after him and they want this pearl. You got people trying to lowball him, saying that it's worth less than what it is. People trying to steal it from him. Like, his life is in danger, real talk, because of his fortune. And at the end of the story, I believe his child gets shot in the head because he was trying to escape from these people coming after him, and he was holding his baby, and they shot at him and they got the baby instead. And so I think he threw the pearl in the ocean. So it's almost like your good luck becomes your misfortune. Like Whitney Houston, her beautiful voice became a curse because people saw that as a way to make money off of her and to use her. Not just Clive Davis, but managers, brand companies, friends, family, her husband, like everybody was in her pockets. So it became a curse. The gift became a curse. At some point, you're going to realize that these people don't care about you. Whoever you're helping out, they don't care about you. They're going to betray you. You'll feel betrayed in some way. And you're going to walk away and you're going to start hiding your resources. So like some sort of loss you experience. Because you could go through a loss. Like, okay, I thought I had this much money left over. Or, looking at your account and you realize you gave away $15,000 or whatever in a year. And now you want to buy a house, you can't buy it. And nobody can help you with your bills. Or you're giving money to family in a different country and you're expecting them to put money aside for your house, for you to retire. They don't have that either. Like, they don't give a F about you. And you're going to find that out over this 20-year period and start pulling back and stop being so generous. Okay? A very long reading. All right, Spirit Guides. I need some more insight, please, for Group C, for the Pluto and Aquarius cycle. Group C, information for group. Wow. Prayer, vanity, service, workaholic. Yeah. Prayer. This is like our belief systems, conditioning, indoctrination, 12th house energy, vanity. I mentioned altruistic narcissism as a possibility. Like, you can't say no because you want to be seen as the one who got it, the most successful one in the family. I can take care of everybody, right? Not saying you're wrong for doing that, but it's going to bite you in the butt because these people are going to start expecting and demanding things of you that you cannot afford at some point. It's going to become too much. It's too much. Too many people asking you to take care of their bills or to help them out, right? And then service. So you're doing this to help people out in the family. This is Leo, Virgo energy. You're helping people out, but you're working yourself to death to do it. So you're the one working overtime. And again, you're the successful one in the family. You're the unicorn, right? Because you have a good job or you won the lottery, something like that. And these people are just working you and they don't care about you at all. They don't care. You could have a nervous breakdown at some point, like Whitney did. Either nervous breakdown or some sort of like crises, health crises possibly from the stress, financial crises, or financial loss, bankruptcy possibly, because you're taking care of all these people who don't care about you. And when you need help, you won't get it. You won't. They won't have it. All the money that you're giving them, they're squandering on themselves. Vanity. To make themselves look good. So you are like performing an act of service by giving them the money, thinking that you're doing it in good faith, and they're using it to flex on other people, acting like they're the ones working and they're not doing it. You're working. You're going to find out about some sort of financial betrayal, or like how you were conditioned to be a mule or a savior or to work yourself for other people's benefit because you were lucky in life, or they told you were lucky, but you worked your behind off. You went to school, you got good grades, you practiced, you developed skills. You weren't just sitting there sipping on a beach or sitting on a beach sipping and chilling. You weren't doing that. You worked your behind off. It's hard to live in the West. A lot of people in third world countries have this misunderstanding that, living in America is easy, and it's not. You have to work for what you want. And so they don't have a perspective of that. So they may be using your money to make themselves look good or feel better about being dependent on you in some way. There's some jealousy here with vanity. They could be jealous of you too, and they're trying to sabotage you potentially. Or they don't care what happens to you. It's like as long as the money's coming through, they don't care about you. That's messed up. It's not reciprocal. So here you are serving them, and they're using your sacrifice and your service to look better to other people. Like they got it like that. Like, my sister is rich or my cousin's rich, so I don't have to work. Since when? So now you're working behind off to make sure these people can brag about how much they don't have to work or how much they got it because of your effort. They don't care about you at all. Not enough for all of this. So your fortune becomes a misfortune because now you become like the target of people's jealousy and entitlement. I need more insight, please, for the collective. For Group C, Pluto and Aquarius. Pluto and Aquarius. Thank you guys for listening. It's kind of a long message, but we here. Okay. We have Coming to Life, number 29. What does it say? Something beautiful is being born in your life. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you've shed skins and identities and created new ones, and you will be doing that. At some point, you'll stop being so generous and start putting yourself first. You could have Pluto in the first house, Pluto in Aquarius. You have Aquarius, someone a rising sign. You could have this is fixed energies. You could have an Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo on the angular houses, 1st, 4th, 7th, and 10th houses. Maybe Pluto in the 12th. If you're Pisces, someone a rising sign. Perhaps you've shed skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least, matured in your ideas about yourself. Matured in your ideas about yourself. 5 of Swords. Oh, I see what's going on. You're just using me. You don't care about me. Here I am, stressed out, hungover, depressed, trying to make sure that, you know, I got my bills paid. You don't even care about it. You're stealing my money. You don't care about me. You know things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. So you're going to become successful during this time period. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Serendipity. Now's the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you got to do is show up. So these people think that because you're successful, they'll be successful too. Your friends and family, they're going to expect you to be the workaholic, and while they sit high on the hog and expect you to do everything for them. No, that's not happening. That is not happening. Okay, let me get another card, please. Spirit guides, another card for the collective of Group C. Another card for Group C, please. The eye candy, intuition, inspired action, beauty, art, socializing, flow, potential, romance. Get some fresh air or call some of your pals over. Take a look around you. There is so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project, or you will go out on a date. Put your charisma to use everywhere. Spread your charm around. And you have been spreading your money around. You're going to be doing that during the Pluto and Aquarius transit, because you'll feel so lucky. Either you'll win the lottery, if you have like Pluto in the 11th house with Jupiter. Like Pluto, well, say you have like Jupiter in Cancer in the 11th house, which would be like having, let me see, that would be like having a Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign. Jupiter in the Cancer in the 11th house. Something like that. You guys could win the lottery within the next 12 months. Protection. Change, rebellion, guidance, justice, truth, character, love. I think Group A had this too. Get ready for the good things you've been hoping for. And this is super stability. You were born for a higher calling. Put your energy into going towards your ambitions, and the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, circumstances, and resources to make things happen. Protection. So there's serendipity here. You'll be very lucky. You could win the lottery, actually. Sometimes on a 20-year transit. Or you'll come into a lot of money in abundance, and that's going to, bring out the vipers, the vultures, the snakes, the entitled peoples, the users. Spirit guides, more information, please, for for Group 3, for Pluto and Aquarius. How will Pluto and Aquarius affect Group 3? The Sun card, Leo energy. Identity, your ego, gratification, creative expression, your sense of purpose, who you are. That's going to change. You guys could have Leo or Aquarius sun, or fixed sign sun, I think. Spirit guides, how will the Pluto and Aquarius transit affect Group C? Aries, Sun in Aries. This is, so that would put, for Aquarius, that's the 11th house of wealth, extreme wealth. I think I mentioned this before, Pluto in the 11th house, or Jupiter in the 11th house. Sun in Aries. The sun's exalted here. We'll see what house it's going to affect. Spirit guides, how will the Pluto and Aquarius transit affect Group 3? Second house, the finances. You guys could come into a lot of money. Whitney Houston had the moon and Jupiter in Aries in the second house. She was immensely wealthy. And she was a Leo sun. You guys could come into a lot of money, either by working or some serendipitous moment, lottery, unicorn. Yeah, because the 5th house, which is Leo, is the house of speculation. If you are a Leo, is the house of speculation and gambling, and so is the 8th house. So you guys could be a Cancer, someone a rising sign with the is the Queen of Cups here? No, the Hierophant's here, Taurus energy, Hermit's here, Virgo energy. Aquarius is the 10th from Taurus. Aquarius is the 6th from Virgo. That's 2 money houses being affected. We got a Chariot here, Cancer. That's the 8th house. Pluto in Aquarius is 8 houses from Cancer. Some of you guys could win some money or come into a lot of money and inherit something. That's what's up. The Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy, Sagittarius energy. That would be the 3rd house from Aquarius, for Aquarius. Or the 11th. So okay. Sag is 11 houses from Aquarius and 3 houses from Sagittarius. So Aquarius is 3 houses from Sagittarius and Sagittarius is 11 houses from Aquarius. So this could be, again, lottery. I mentioned the pearl earlier, like somebody coming into a lot of wealth, but it becomes like a curse or like a burden because now everybody has their hands out. Okay, you won $100 million. I think y'all gonna win the lottery. Somebody here is gonna win some money. Like, or there's some big payout from an insurance, a lawsuit, inheritance. Big money's coming in, especially if you have Pluto in the 8th house, which is like other people's resources, or the 11th house was like wealth, extreme wealth. Y'all coming in some money, but it's going to be a problem because Tower energy, unexpected wealth. It's okay. So here's what's crazy. This Tower is, let me say this. Okay. Let me say this. Hold on. Okay. This Tower is being burnt down, right? Oh my God, it's burnt. Now this Tower is like, oh my God. The lights being turned on. I won. We won. We got the money. This is being built up. Somebody's going to win the lottery over 20 years. And big money. It could be $1 million. It could be, $250,000. It could be something. But somebody's winning. Did I read Coming to Life? My memory, like when I'm doing these readings, I don't remember anything. Did I read this already? I think I did. Yeah, all you gotta do is show up. Right. All you gotta do is show up. Some of you guys could be coming into some money. Big money. But it's going to be like, okay, you won now. The vipers, leeches, users, manipulators, they feel entitled to it because you didn't earn it. It fell in your lap. You just showed up and got it. Out of luck. Serendipity. Y'all gonna win some of y'all gonna win some big money, y'all. Or you may know somebody who's gonna win money. Either you're gonna win the big money or you'll know somebody who's gonna win this money. This is like good luck. And then instead of it burning the tower down, oh no, it's a disaster. It's actually like, oh my God, this is exciting. I can't believe this. Like, people going crazy. Losing their heads. The crown here. Because they won. They're excited. 3 of Wands. New opportunities. I can explore the world now. The world's my oyster. Somebody's going to win a lottery. Congratulations to you guys. I hope this is my deck. Shit. Somebody's going to win a lottery. That's what's up. All right. And or not even a lottery. It could just be a settlement. Again, inheritance. Some money is coming to you. Big money. Because if you have big money, you can take care of all these people like Whitney did. Right? You made it. You won the lottery. You won some serendipitous event. Some fortuitous event that changed your luck. But it's reversed. So you guys hear about what happens to lottery winners, right? It's like called a curse because now everybody has their hands out and you're just like overwhelmed. Oh my God. What the hell? I can't get no sleep. They're all calling me. They're all, put up some boundaries. Put up some boundaries. Learn to say no. Or say, okay, I won this much money. I'm only going to give you this much. I won, I don't know, $10 million. Taxes came out. I got $4 or $5 million. I'm only going to give you $50,000. Do what you want with it, but leave me alone after that. That's it. Leave me alone. Something like that. If they come after you after that, that's on them. But you got to set boundaries in the beginning. And you guys may like want to show off like, oh my God, we made it, guys. Let's do whatever. I mean, I'm going to do what I said. Some of you guys are really generous, big-hearted, too big-hearted. Like you guys may have had fantasies about winning the lottery, and you would talk about what you would do with the money with your family members. If I won the lottery, I would do this, that. But you gotta, you can't do that. You gotta have a plan. Put some money in a trust. Put some money in some CDs, some bonds, some stocks, business, whatever. Do not indiscriminately give your money away, because it's not going to be used for anything but vanity projects. They're going to be flossing and flexing on your money and hating on you at the same time and feeling entitled to more, stressing you out. Absolutely not. If you got it, I got it too. If you got it, I should have it. Magician, Five of Swords. You're like, hell no. If you got it, I should have it too, because that's how we were raised. They're going to try to turn your gift into a curse because of their greediness. Don't fall for group 3. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys for listening. If you want to order personal reading, links in the description box. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.